Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and I'm here today to do my TBR for TorDotComAthon. So I literally said in a video like a week ago now that I wasn't really doing many readathons this year. I was taking a big step back from them because last year they just really didn't work for me. And then I heard about this one and I was like, well, I'm going to do it, even though I'm already doing Roll of Reads this month and I have a huge TBR otherwise. Why not? So this was originally started by Beautifully Bookish Bethany, and this is the second round. I believe last year for round one there were a bunch of different co-hosts, and this year there's a whole new bunch of people. I'm going to link everyone down below, but I originally saw this on Cara from A Wild Book Garden on her channel. She is one of the co-hosts and I'm very excited. I have a very small TBR for this. There is a bingo board and a group read. I've decided to not do the bingo board because I have 4 books here, and yeah, I could probably mark off some of the things on the board, but I don't want to put too much stress on myself. So I'm doing a very low-key, chilled out version. So the readathon does run for the entire month of March. I don't know why I wanted to say July then, but like I said, I have 4 books on my TBR. Let's talk about them. The first one is the group read. I have decided that I would pick that one up. It was one that was already on my sort of mental TBR, and that is Even Though I Knew the End by C.L. Polk. I don't know what this one is about too much. I believe it is historical fantasy, maybe alternate history, and there's a sapphic romance. And I think that's about all that I know. But I have queued up an ebook from my library of this one, so I will pick that up at some point this month. And now the other 3 I have, one of them when I heard about this readathon, I just went through Tor's website and looked at the different things that they had published, and then saw out of the ones that interest me which ones I could actually get a hold of. One of them, in fact the only one I hadn't heard of before, is Alice Payne Arrives by Kate Hartfield. This is a book about a highwaywoman named Alice Payne who can also time travel, and it sounds cool. It's nice and short, which is kind of the good thing about this readathon, is that they're all pretty small books, at least the ones I've picked are. And I don't really know anything else about this one. One of my best friends has written a time travel-y book and is querying at the moment. I'm just keeping an eye on different time travel books that have been released kind of recently, and yeah, I'm excited to give this one a go. And then basically I decided to use this readathon as a way of trying these 2 books that I have heard so many things about and have been on my list for so many years, and I finally borrowed them from my library. So here we are. First one, Every Heart a Doorway by Shauna Maguire. I'm sure many of you have heard of this, if not have already read it. I read a book by Maguire last year, Rosemary and Rue, and I hated it. I thought I did not have a good time reading it, and I'd always kind of been nervous to go on and try anything else from Maguire because I really wasn't impressed by that one. But I've heard good things about this and I thought I would give it a go. Going into Rosemary and Rue, I knew it was something that I wasn't... Yeah, it's a paranormal fae kind of book, and I know that that's not really something that I was super into at that point. This isn't really either. But I'm gonna give it a go and we'll see. I have one more book from Maguire that I borrowed from a friend a long time ago, like pre-COVID, and I just haven't been able to return it to her. So I'm gonna try this one, and then try that one, and then if I like either of them, maybe I'll continue. If not, that might be the end of my journey with Maguire. But kind of nervous about this one, kind of excited. And then the other one here is All Systems Red by Martha Wells, which I am 90% sure this is the first book in the Murderbot series. I don't know why, like, I know I checked this on Goodreads and everything, but now I'm double guessing myself, and I don't know why. But I've heard many good things about this from many people, and I thought it was just time to give it a shot. I don't love sci-fi. I don't really read much of it, but I do enjoy, or I used to really enjoy sci-fi shows. Like as a teenager, big fan of like Doctor Who and Torchwood, and other shows like that were like a little I'm trying to think of any other ones. Anyway, there were a few, I just can't think of any of them. But yeah, so I'm kind of hoping maybe if I just find the right sci-fi book, then that will translate across, and we'll see. So yeah, I'm just hoping that this might be that sci-fi book that grabs me. And yes, so that's it. That's the little TBR as well as the ebook. I am trying to sort of toss up at the moment whether I read one of these a week, because there's 4 of them and there's at least 4 weeks in March, if not 4 and a bit. So that seemed like a way that I could possibly do it. Or otherwise, I was honestly thinking of like over like a weekend, I just read all of them, because these 3 are all really short. I could probably read in an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half. And I don't know how big the Sea or Polk one is, but even then, you know, if I read this in one night and then spent the rest of the weekend reading that, I don't know. We'll see how I go with that one, and how everything else I want to read in March comes together. And I will talk about it all in my March vlog at the very beginning of April. That's it for now. Really excited for this one, and as I said, I will link all of the information down below. I know that this is going up a few days into March, but there's still time to join in if you hadn't heard of this before. But for now, that's everything. I hope you're all doing super well, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.